So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching me from. And Sasa Wambu, I'm back. I've not done a video in like over a month. I think so. I've not done a video in over a month. So, as per the topic of this video, maybe some of you know that I lost my elder sister. That was on 22nd of January. That was on a Monday. Was that 2 weeks ago? That was, yeah, maybe 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I lost my elder sister and I lost myself. You know, when you lose someone that close, you you don't even understand what day it is, what you're supposed to be doing. Like you stop understanding so many things. Like you almost stop thinking. You stop, like you frozen. You kind of freeze. So I hope you're doing fine. Sorry, I didn't ask how you're doing. I hope that you're doing fine. I'm doing okay. I'm trying to be doing fine. Okay. Karibu sana. Pole. Maybe I may not give the best. I may not give my best in this video because I almost forgot how to record. Like it's been a month, so I almost forgot how to talk in front of a phone. So, so you know, when death happens in a family, it leaves people devastated. Like, and that has been me for the last 2 weeks. Have been there for the last 2 weeks. Like nilichanganyikiwa kabisa. Like, you know, nothing prepares someone for death. Nothing has ever prepared anyone for passing on of a loved one. Okay, so like I remember when I got the news, I was in a supermarket. Okay, when I got the news, it's my other sister, the one that I follow. She's the one that called me, and like I was not, like, you know, when you almost know what they are about to tell you, because from the way she was crying, I knew that things were not so good, because she was crying. The husband was with her, so it's the husband that talked to me on the phone, because she couldn't talk. So it's her husband, my other sister's husband that talked to me, because that other sister couldn't talk. So it's the one that explained to me. So from the way she was crying, I don't know. Like, so, okay, I knew, and then I was like, okay, it has happened. So I could remember when I was at the counter, paying for the goods, I kept, like, you were humming to a song, like you were singing something. It's like you think like you're telling people, but you're saying to yourself. There is no one who is asking you what you're saying, but it's like you think that you're telling people, I've just lost my sister. So I even forgot to pick my change and my visit. So someone had to follow me from outside, because maybe they knew but for me, I didn't know that I was telling people. I thought that I was saying it for myself. Like, unajua vile unajiambianga kitu kwa akili, unafikira unajiambia kwa akili, kumbe unaisha unaambia watu what is in your mind. So vile nilitoka nje, oh my god, I went on a Swahili mode. Sorry. So I went outside. I was waiting for my Uber. So, like, okay, sorry. When I was saying that, so I realized people were looking at me. Okay. Sasa vile nilifika nje, you know, hewa inakupiga, and then, okay, you see it's a different view. You are no longer outside. So, okay, she's fast, okay? But sasa, you're outside. I have to call an Uber because I have to go to the house. So while in the Uber, I relaxed and I said, okay, it has happened. It has happened. So even if we cry tears of how much tears, she'll not come back to life. So I called my mom. So the best thing is that, okay, I think what helped me cool down that time is that when I called my mom did not even seem, okay, sad. She was sad, but she was not even crying. I expected that she would be crying. She would be the worst hit by my sister's death. But she seemed very strong. Because for one, I'll tell you something. Because during her last days, like 4 or 5 days, my mom got to spend the last few days with my sister. After she came back to the village from the hospital. Sorry, because my sister had been to the hospital for close to 6 months. Since September, that is August, she's been to Kenyatta Hospital for close to 6 months. So she had cancer, she had stage 4 cancer. So she had to be to the hospital for the chemos and all that. So I remember I'm even the one who suggested to my brother-in-law, my sister's husband, that please take her home. I just wanted her to go home. I just, I can't stand seeing people in the hospital. I think hospital worsens people. So I pleaded with my brother-in-law and told him, please take her back home. At least maybe she'll get well. Imagine that's what I thought. So I told him, please take her home. Maybe she'll get better home. So when she went home, my mom insisted that she'd want to go and be with my sister. Okay, so that was like 4 days before she passed. Okay, so my mom goes. They spend all those days together. I know they talked so much. So she saw her situation, how she was. So when I called oh my God, my stories are like that. Sorry, forgive me, and I'm confused. So when I got to the Uber and called my mom, she told me, oh, it's okay. Me, I had let her go because I spent time with her and I saw how she was suffering. I saw how much pain she was in. So I had released her to go and rest. I didn't want her to keep suffering because that was too much for me. In fact, I'm so much in peace that she's gone than the way I was seeing her. So my mom looked very strong. My goodness, I applaud that woman. Can you imagine being with your daughter there, breathing her last breath? Wow, I expected her to be the saddest person, but she told me no. It's okay. Wacheni mama Evans akapumzike sababu nimemwona vile alikuwa nauma. So nikasema okay, that's good, and I'm sure that my sister is in so much peace, okay? Like, my sister is in so much peace knowing that the first woman that she saw when she came into this world was there when she left this world, That must be a very peaceful death. I call it a peaceful death. So I know that she's at so much peace. Maybe the reason why I suggested that she be taken home is that she wanted to be very close to my mother before she departs this world. I think that was the soul calling, was the spirit telling me to force her husband to take her home. Okay, so so okay, so like I remember my brother telling me that maybe it would have hit my mother harder if maybe my sister passed on at an hospital, maybe or far away from her. You understand? So I think it prepared her that she was close, they were together. You understand? So I think that was very important. Ooh, so Jesus. So we go to so we plan for the funeral, and now everyone is relaxed. No one is crying. No one is sad. So, like, we've almost gotten used to whatever has happened. We've made peace with whatever had happened. So the funeral, we went to pick the body at the morgue. Okay. So we are viewing the body. We got to view the body, the casket is all opened, her white casket. My sister had told the husband that she would wish to be buried in white casket. That was her wish, and I'm so happy that the husband honored that, her last wish. Okay, so it was a white casket, and then it's opened. So we are viewing her, and I swear my sister did not even change, even for a second. She didn't change. She looked like she was just sleeping. Like how people change when they die, like, because all the organs sink. Is it sink? Yeah, all the body organs. When you die, your body organs tend to fall backwards or to sink. Yes. Oh, is it sinking? Yeah, they fall backwards. Like your eyes get smaller, your lips get smaller, everything gets smaller. Okay. So my sister didn't change even for a bit. She just looked like she was sleeping there. So I can remember I was talking to her when I was viewing her body. I was talking to her and she looked like she was sleeping. Like, for example, because one day when they did chemotherapy on her, because I told you that she had cancer. When they did chemo on her, one day I went to see her at the hospital. And I don't know why the chemo treatment used to react so bad with her. Because I remember talking to the doctor, and the doctor told me that they do not understand why the chemos are so brutal on her. I don't know if that's what happened to all cancer patients. That's what happened. Because when they did the chemos on her, she would just sleep there, not doing anything, not talking, not eating. In fact, she needed to be with someone 24/7. So when I went there and I saw her like that, she was sleeping, unresponsive. Woo! I thought that is when she was going to die. So even when I went home, because I remember I was with the husband, the husband stayed there. Like the whole day, the husband was crying. The one was feeding her. So when I went home, I told the husband, don't call me. I'll switch off my phone. I don't want to be called, because to me, I thought that's when she was dying. So I did not want anyone calling me to tell me what I did not want to hear. That's why when I went home, I switched off my phone, and I did not want anyone calling me. I was like, oh my God, we've lost her. That was so bad. So I remember the following day, because the husband spent there. The following day, at around 1, they are calling me with her number. I said, no. I said, okay, at the end of it's now at 1, I need to turn on my phone to talk to people, because it will be selfish for me if I'm not talking to people. So I turn on the phone and I find like almost 6 missed calls from my sister. So I call back, and it's the husband that picks. Okay, the husband tells me, Mama Evans ameongea. Mama Evans nikamwambia ni uongo mnadanganya, hajaongea. Akaniambia ni ukweli, hebu ongea na yeye. Ndio sasa tunarudi kumuona nini for lunch, ndio tumpatie chakula. Sasa ndio akarudi. So the husband goes back, nikaongea naye. Nikamwambia mimi usikubali hizo madawa kuweke tena. Don't let them give you those, kama hizo dawa zinakufanya ukue hivyo, don't let them give you the chemo treatments again. Oh my God, me I wouldn't wish. Me chemo, I don't know. Sasa hizo ni dawa zaina. What kind of meds are those that make someone sleep like he's dead? They are dead. Okay, so ndio nikamwambia bwana, so sorry, I told my brother-in-law, please don't let them do that treatment on them, please don't. So for like a week after, she got better. I don't know if it's from the meds ama ni nini, so she got better. Nikamwambia kisikubali hizo dawa kuweke. In fact, that's the time I was forcing them to take her home. Nikamwambia, if this is the kind of meds wanampatia, please mpeleke nyumbani. Me, I don't need hospitals anymore. See, the husband is still insisting, no, she has to undergo the full treatment. Wow. So, like a week, for me, I was always insisting on, please discharge. Tell the doctors to discharge her. Ndo akuje nyumbani. So, sometimes you have to follow the protocol, the hospital's protocol. So, a week must have been like 2 weeks. She's very okay. And then sasa narudi nyumbani. If she comes home again at the husband's place, and she was okay. She got better. She was still active. She was back to alive again. It's only that she had to go back to the clinic. That's what they are told her, that she has to go back for the clinics. Okay, so I remember telling her every time she calls me, she will call me, tell me, I have to go back to the clinic on Monday. I told her, no, please. Okay, if you go, don't go and sleep. If you go, please don't let them admit you. Don't let them admit you. Just go for the clinic, like if they tell you go and take the meds and then come home. Don't let them admit you. Don't sleep there back at the hospital. And then she will tell me, whatever happens. Like if that's God's plan, that's I'll die. Then sasa siwezi pinga. So she went back again. That Monday she went, but she wasn't admitted. So she had to come back again, and on Thursday again she got readmitted to the hospital for the chemos again, because you can only be at the hospital bed for the chemo. So she gets readmitted. They perform the chemo on her again. Oh my God. Every time they say the chemo treatment again, I'm like, no, please don't get these chemos. These chemos will kill you. My goodness. And she goes again. I switch off my phone because I don't want to be told that she's in the same state that she was in that other day. So they are the middle of the chemo, like when I don't know, it's a battle, yes? It's a battle that they have to give you through the IV. Yes. Maybe I don't know if that's it, the chemo. So halfway, she gets unresponsive again. Wow. Back to that other terrible state again. So the husband had to go and tell them to cut it off, just stop it, take it out. Like it wasn't full, but halfway, because he saw the state that she was in. The husband tells the doctor to terminate that treatment. So I remember telling them, why did you accept that, and you knew that thing reacts so bad with her? So that was halfway. A week later again, the following day, now she gets better. She starts talking, she starts feeding herself, she gets better. So like 2 weeks after, she's given her medications, and then she's discharged. Again, I was the one also who said, please let them discharge her. Kama ni kukufa wacha mtu akufie kwa nyumba. Me, I didn't want these hospitals. I'm sorry, I was just sijui kama ni ujinga ama ni nini, but that was just me thinking that she'll be better. So 2 weeks later she comes home, anakaa na bwana yake. So that's when now I started telling the husband, please let her go home to the village, at least because for me, let me tell you the reason I wanted her to go home. Because I didn't want them to start imagining it again to go back to that hospital. I didn't want them to start thinking, okay, wacha tena nirudi hospitali. Unajua sasa from hapa Nairobi to Kenyatta ni hapo. Lakini akiwa but when in the village, it will take so much planning. I'm sure that was, maybe some people think that was selfish of me, but I just wanted her to be out of the hospital. I don't know. So I was the one pushing because of that must have been 25th of December. 25th of December, 1st of January. What's it, 1st of kitu hapo, 2nd, 3rd of January. So they went home with the husband. The husband took a work leave. Wakaenda nyumbani kukaa. She was okay the first how many days? Yeah, she was better. Mom goes there. Sasa Jesus. Sasa this story I don't know. Bana nimerudi nyuma. I don't know. I was going in and then nikarudi nyuma. So, yeah. Okay, that 5th ndio wakaenda nyumbani. Then for the first 2-3 days she was okay. Then akaanza kukuwa na very severe back pains, okay? Very severe back pains, and then it deteriorated. Mguu ikaisha, and she couldn't walk. I don't know why. I think that was a way of preparing her to go. Okay. Kai tulikuwa tumeenda mob kuangalia mwili. Kai sasa umerudi wapi? Okay, sorry. Tukaenda kuangalia mwili. We go to the morgue to view the body. She is there. Casket open. She looked like she didn't change. Okay. My sister was huge. My sister, in fact, kwetu mimi ndio niko na mwili ndogo. My sister was big. So, namwangalia hapo, I'm talking to her, just kumuongelesha, like, I remember nikwambia kiwe umeenda, ni ukweli umeenda. And the son was right behind me. Her son was right behind me. My sister has only one child, Evans, that we were brought up together. In fact, Tafikiria, we are siblings. Okay. So the son is behind there, and then all of a sudden he started crying. He cried. He had to go outside, so we had to follow him and comfort him. Oh my God, that was so bad seeing him in that state, mourning his mom. Okay, like I will never wish to see a child being so devastated over their parents' death. Okay, so I had to get strong for them. So we go home for the venue at the church where they had their wedding, like over 35 years ago. Over 35 years ago. So we go to the venue. Like I remember once in the car, I was just seated there and I'm holding the coffin like this. Or I'm talking to her throughout. Now we are sober. Everyone is okay. We are even listening to music and yeah. So so at the church, the venue, and I also got to meet people that I've not met in over 15 years. Like that was a good memories where that was a big part of my childhood was there. So, at the burial, you know, when the casket, okay, so from the church we go to the burial site at our home, okay? So, I'm telling you this, when that casket is going down, that is a different type of pain. Like, at least you were seeing a coffin, at least you knew that your loved one was at a morgue, but now they are gone. That casket is going down, it's mixing the soil like Amanda, like she's gone. There's no more saying, oh, tunangojea kumzika. No, gone and gone and gone. changanyika na mchanga, like they are now soil. You're not going to sell them. Now that's when I broke down again. That's when a lot of us broke down again. Ooh. Aki kifo si mbaya aki. Oh my God. So like that's when you start asking yourself so many questions, like, so why are we created if at the end of the day we die? Why are we created if at the end of the day we are dying? Or why should people die that young? Like my sister was in her early 50s. 50s is still too young, and he left his child. Okay, even though his son is not that young, but nobody deserves to lose their parents that early. You understand? So I started questioning so much, like, then why are we created if we have to die? You understand? And then why should people die that young? Me, if someone dies in their 80s, 90s, I have no problem with that, because they've lived so much of their life. They need to go and rest. But why at 50s? 50s is very young for someone to die. So that is what I kept constantly asking myself. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. Like I was saying, if I had power over death, yeah, I would only take the bad people who are disturbing people in this world, people who are killing others, but I don't think anyone deserves to die at that age. So, and then, after the funeral again, now you start struggling again. You can't even get sleep. You have those sights of them in a casket. So it's a lot of emotions that take too long to go. Like, you're just there dreaming of them. Every time you just close your eyes little, you are seeing them. And then you're like, oh my God, how long is this gonna last? So you constantly find yourself looking for things to distract yourself. Every time you want to think about something else, you are dragged back to those same thoughts of funeral and all that. My goodness. I mean, sitaki watu wakufe haki. Mimi sijui kwa nini tuliumba and then tunakufa. For what reason? If I was... Oh my God. I don't know. Sometimes we should question the creation. Have you ever questioned creation? Like, for example, yani kama mtu aliwapenda akawaleta kwa hii dunia, kwa nini anawachukua tena, and then kwa nini anawachukua tena acha watu wenyu wakilia? Like, that's... Oh my God. She's gone. I know she's at peace. That's where we all end up. And I believe that where there is life, there is death. Like, panapo uhai, panakifo. Like, people will die, but people die, animals die, plants die. But I wouldn't want it to be that soon. Okay? Oh, sipendi kuona, I don't know. Gosh. Like, what's the reason for people? Watu wanakufanga kwa nini? Like, ushaijiuliza hivyo? I know it's a silly thought and a silly question, but watu wanakufa kwa nini? Yani tu ushaijiuliza tu. So even ndio imekuwa. So that's why I have not been around. But now nimerudi. Sorry, this was not a gossip video. Maybe I'll get back to more gossip. Because I want to distract myself. Actually, I just want to... I want to sleep. Like, for example, I want to sleep like for 32 hours continuously, because I've not been having the best of sleep. For those like 2 weeks, I've been barely sleeping. Ooh. So asantini sana. Karibuni. Yeah, give me a word of encouragement. Understand? Because that it has been a very tough moment for us as a family. You know, it's draining. You know, 6 months having someone at the hospital is draining, both financially, emotionally. You know, mko hapo tu yani. And then January was a tough month for us. We didn't expect 2024 to be like that. Poleni Aki, if you ever went through what I'm going through, I know you understand. And you understand why sometimes I have to question God. I have to question the whole point of creation. Like, why? For why? Like, if it's true that during the Bible, what the Bible says that people used to live for 900 years, kwani is this just fake stories? We don't want 900 years. We only want 90 or 80. Sisi hatutaki 900 years Abraham walikuwa naishi. We only want like 80 or 90. But so that's when we do not mourn anyone. That's where we don't pray for anyone. So is this too much to us? Kama ni ukweli tu hii Biblia inasema vitu za ukweli ati Abraham aliishi miaka 900. Kwa nini wao waliishi miaka 900 na sisi hata tuwezi ishi 80 90? Understand? Oh my God. Asanteni sana watu wangu.